What is up, YouTube? What is up, family? What is up, France? We got 12 regions of France explained. Well, that's good because I need some explaining. I must understand more because there's got to be more. As I already saw, I think it was the best 20 places to visit in France, and Paris wasn't even one of them. Neither was Lyon. It was basically these little charming little places, little villages, cobblestone streets, water, amazing views, like just charming places. Nothing to do with Paris. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's 12. Let's find out what the 12 regions are. I probably don't know any of them.
One of the most recurring comments that we get from French people is that Paris is
Tu vois?
not France. And this is so true. There's so much more to France than just Paris, the French Riviera, and Normandy. From the pink granite cliffs of Bretagne to the volcanic region of Auvergne to the medieval fortress of Carcassonne.
What? Wow.
There's so much more to France than you can imagine, and you need to know about.
What? Is that where Elon Musk lives? Oh my God.
So in this video, we're going to tell you about the 12 regions of France, what there is to do there, what there is to see, and especially what you should eat and drink when you're there.
Now we're talking.
Allez, on y va.
Allez, on y
France
va.
has 13 distinct regions, including Ile-de-France, but we're not going to include the Paris region or Ile-de-France in this video. But we'll show you the other 12 regions in alphabetical order, and we'll start with the Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes region. This region is 2 hours south of Paris by TGV train and is what we consider here the heart of France. The capital of the region is the city of Lyon, which is the gastronomy epicenter of France. So if you are a foodie, this is a must-visit region. To the west of Lyon is the Auvergne area, which is a lush volcanic area perfect for hikers and especially if you hate crowds. And to the east are the Alps, with some of the best ski slopes in the world. This region is home to several famous kinds of cheese like the Reblochon, Tome de Savoie, and the Emmental. And this is also where the cheese fondue, the raclette, and tartiflette are from. The famous shop.
Wait a minute. Attends.
Also where the cheese fondue, the raclette, and tartiflette are.
I've had that. I forgot where, when, who was it with? Peut-être c'était avec grand-maman. Ou peut-être c'était avec ma mère quand j'étais très petit. I don't know, but that rings a bell, and that is delicious.
The famous Chartreuse liquor is made in the region. So if you're looking for some of the best food of what France has to offer and you love hiking away from the hustle and bustle of the big cities, this region is for you. To get there, take the 2-hour ride on the TGV high-speed train to Lyon, spend the day in Lyon, and then rent a car to discover the rest of the region.
The next region is Bourgogne-Franche-Comté, or Burgundy. This stunning Côte d'Or is just southeast of Paris and offers views of vineyards, glazed tile roofs, and Romanesque architecture. Its capital is Dijon, a bustling busy
La moutarde?
town, but also an artist village.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Right here, that's what I'm talking about. Charming. Beautiful. Clean. This is where you want to spend your money. C'est où les boutiques avec les délicieux petites croissants, pain au chocolat. You know what I'm talking about? Do you feel me? Exactly.
After all, this is where Gustave Eiffel comes from. And in Dijon, you'll find the iconic Palace of the Duke of Burgundy, which is home to the Beaux-Arts Museum dating back to the late 1700s and is one of the richest collections in all of France. But what I love best about Burgundy is the small towns and villages all around. This countryside patchwork of small family-owned vineyards who bring their grapes together to create some of the best, and in some cases, the most expensive wines in the world. like Romanée-Conti, ranging from hundreds of dollars per bottle to thousands of dollars per bottle. Still, this place is not pretentious. You'll find old towns with medieval streets and half-timber buildings,
Look at
a
that.
strong sense of community, and
Look
a
at
perfect
that.
blend of history, culture, and
Oh, I mean, look at that. It's incroyable.
great food. Speaking of food, some of the best-known French dishes come from right here. Beef bourguignon is how you say a Burgundy-style stew in French.
Oh.
This is where coq au
Oh. Oh.
vin comes from, and the typical escargot
Ah, ça, non. Non. Ça, j'y touche pas.
swimming in garlic butter.
no.
And of course, Dijon mustard, which has its own particular history, but that's for another time. For adult beverages, this is the home of Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, and where they make one of my new favorites, Ricard, from the Absinthe family. If you want to visit the Bourgogne region, take the 1.5-hour TGV train ride from Paris Gare de Lyon to Dijon.
The next region is a place where I spent a lot of summers there as a kid, and that's Bretagne. Bretagne is located on the eastern front of France, on the coast. This region is rich in history and significance for France. This is where France meets Celtic culture. It's very Celtic and absolutely gorgeous.
Oh,
the
my.
capital of Brittany is Rennes, but you'll want to travel deep in the region to feel and taste its influence. Being a coastal region, Brittany is famous for seafood like mussels, oysters, scallops, and langoustine. But this is the home of the famous French crepes, or
Oh.
galette, as they
Oh.
call it there. And they also produce some of the best salted butter in France, after Normandy if you ask them. And one of my favorite pastry is from Bretagne, the kouign-amann. This needs to be on your must-try list when
Yes.
you come to France.
Oui.
Brittany is for explorers. If you love medieval towns and thick forest mixed with amazing culinary traditions. To get there, it's a 2.5-hour train to Saint-Malo, and from
What?
there I rent
Ça va trop vite.
to get there.
You're missing so much visuals if you don't pause. I'm sorry.
It's a 2.5-hour train to Saint-Malo.
I mean, look at this. What the hell? What? It's traffic in the ocean. And this, I mean, are you looking at this? Are you looking at this? What the hell is that? It's a pirate ship. A real live pirate ship. I know it's not, but it's close. It's close. My God.
And from there, I rent a car and discover the rest of Brittany on my own. Bring some hiking shoes and an appetite. You won't be
Yeah, man.
disappointed here.
No problem.
The next region is the Centre Val de Loire, which
Oh,
is
bring
just
it up
south
inside.
and west of Paris. And as its name suggests, this is the valley along the Loire River. Here you'll find fields of grains and flowers, vineyards, and more chateaus than you can imagine.
Oh my goodness.
Each with their own story of elegant lifestyles, fabulous gardens, and personality. The capital city is Orleans, but if you continue just a little bit farther southwest to the town of Tours, you'll find yourself right in
Oh my God. It's unbelievable. We have to tour the world. There's got to be a way.
the middle of a trail of castles dotting the little villages along the river, like the Chateau Chambord, Chateau Chenonceau, and the Chateau Amboise, to name a few.
Unbelievable.
It's also where Leonardo da Vinci lived his last days, in the Chateau de Clos-Luz in Ambrose. You can still visit his home and see his models and life-size pieces throughout the garden. When it comes to food and beverages, you'll find local flavors of saffron, walnut oil, flavored vinegars, and black truffles. But my favorites are the rillettes, which is a shredded pork spread that you'd put on your baguette, or the rillons, which are bits of flavorful pork belly. And when you put that together with a local goat cheese and a glass of their regional Sancerre, Chenin Blanc, or a Rosé d'Agneau, you're in for a good time. If you want to visit the Centre Val de Loire, take the 1.5-hour TGV train from Gare Austerlitz in Paris to the Tours train station.
The next region is Corsica, which is the island right off the Côte d'Azur in the Mediterranean Sea. It's known for its stunning landscapes.
Oh my God. I mean, this is very, very true. I couldn't tell you how many people I know when you say, did you visit France? It's, oh yeah, I went to France. It was amazing. Oh yeah, where'd you go? I went to Paris. I saw the Eiffel Tower. I said, oh yeah. I get it. I mean, yeah, you know. You go where the tourists know where to go, like where they're told to go. They don't know nothing about places like this. If you were to look at this picture and you didn't know nothing about this video and you said, what country do you think this is? You know how many people would say France? Probably almost none. Because we don't know. But now we got videos like this. So we know. We must visit. We must. You go on the TGV. That's an hour and a half here, an hour and a half there. 2 heures là, 2 heures ici, là, et voilà. You check out all the regions. Et tu manges. Et mange. Et mange, et mange, et mange. Et bouffe, et bouffe, et bouffe, et bouffe. And then you come back 30, 40 pounds heavier. So what? Who cares?
With a mix of mountains and forest and sandy beaches. Imagine a place where you can see high rocky peaks covered in green trees, and then just a short drive away, you're standing on the beach with clear blue water.
What the hell is
That's
this?
Corsica.
What is this?
The island is a great place for hiking, especially in its famous mountains like Monte Cinto, the highest point in Corsica. There are also small towns and villages where you can experience the local culture.
Oh my God. Oh, another Windows desktop background right here.
Which is a mix of French and Italian influence.
Yes, I was gonna say before. I feel Italian right here. I feel Italy right here. The way the buildings are so close together, all white. Yeah, in the very beginning of this particular region, when I went, oh my God, I said oh my God like 50 times. I thought it was Italy. I was like, oh, that could be Italy.
Corsica has a long history with many old buildings and ruins that tell the story of the past. Corsica is known for its unique and delicious food, which is a mix of French and Italian flavors with its own local twist. They have great charcuterie, cured meats like coppa, lonzu, and figatello. And chestnuts is a big deal in Corsica. They grow in abundance on the island and are used to make a variety of food. And since Corsica is an island, seafood is very popular. People enjoy dishes like grilled fish, octopus salad, and bouillabaisse. Now to get there, you can fly directly from Paris or take a TGV train to Marseille and take a ferry to the island.
The next region is a really big one. It borders Belgium, Luxembourg, Germany, and Switzerland, and that is the Grand Est. It's also quite diverse because it includes the prestigious and glamorous sub-region of Champagne and the German-based Alsace sub-region.
See, you're going too fast. You guys are going too fast.
Glamorous sub-region of Champagne.
Because first of all, look at the sky. I mean, look at the mountains. Look. Oh my God. Anyway. Anyway.
And the German-based Alsace sub.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It's beautiful. It looks, you got a monster cathedral right here, or church, of whatever. Just beautiful.
Region. So let's look at the Grand Est in two parts. Strasbourg is the capital of Alsace.
Wait a minute.
And has gone back and forth between French and German for centuries. And you can really feel the German influence in the way the language is spoken and with words that you see on signs and menus. And this is true for Kalmar and Rickvier, two other cities in Alsace that you really need to know about. You'll see a mix of medieval and Renaissance architecture, brightly colored buildings, and a robust river life.
Oh my God! Just put me right here. Put me right here. Put me right there. Right here. Right here. And feed me. Just feed me while I look at this. While I just look at this and just melt. This is heaven. This right here, this is heaven. That's heaven. Now you know what heaven looks like, right there.
To say they're charming is an understatement. Popular foods in
I
Alsace
definitely see the German, I definitely see German.
are the
Especially in the houses.
Schildkröte, which is a sauerkraut dish with bits of pork and a variety
dish
of
right here.
sausages served with potatoes and carrots. Or the Flammkuche, which is like a pizza except with a white sauce and bits of thick-cut bacon. And of course, pretzels, which they call bretzels with a B. When it comes to cheese, this is where you'll find Munster and Gruyere, and you can wash all of those down with one of their local beers, a Riesling white wine, or the Alsatian version of champagne called Crémant. To get to the Alsace sub-region of Grand Est, take the 2-hour TGV train from Gare de l'Est in Paris to the Strasbourg station. For the Champagne sub-region, you may already know what to expect. The capital city is Reims, and they say this is where men go to become kings. Since 816.
Oh my God, look at that. Look at this. It's incredible what man can build. When you think about it, it really is astonishing what a human can create. It really, there is some good that humans have brought to the planet. There is some good. I mean, how long did you think this took to build?
AD, 33 of them were coronated here, starting with the son of Charlemagne. This is a regal place surrounded by vineyards producing the king of wines. Until the upper 1600s, grapes grown in the Champagne region made regular flat wine until Dom Perignon, yes, he's a real guy, discovered the modern technique of making the sparkling wine we know today as champagne. And of course, since it's a protected appellation, only sparkling wine grown and produced in the Champagne region can be called champagne. Many large houses like Veuve Clicquot, Moet Chandon, Dom Perignon offer tours, and that's pretty cool. But there are also lots of small family-owned houses where you can get more personal experience and often some amazing champagnes. Whether you enjoy your champagne with some fresh fruits, chocolates, and local pink biscuit cookies, or with a charcuterie board with something made with the local black truffles and the fine ham that comes from Reims, you'll make memories to last a lifetime. To get to the Champagne sub-region of Gare de l'Est, take the 45-minute train from Gare de l'Est in Paris to the Reims train station.
Now, the best way to discover all the regions of France is by train.
I get that point. Yeah, I was going to say, I have a feeling you're going to take a train again.
And when we book our train, we use Trainline because it's super user-friendly and it's the exact same price that you'll find everywhere. So I'm going to put a link in the description. Check it out and see what kind of pricing you get for the destination you want to go to. The next region is Hauts-de-France, which is the region north of the Paris region. This is another place where I spent a lot of time as a kid because my mom was born in Dunkirk. This is also where we live, near the city of Chantilly, in the southernmost part of the region. This region is not high on the list of prime destination for visitors, and that's a mistake because it has a lot to offer. First off, you have Lille to the
Oh my goodness. You will see. Man, it's incredible. It really is.
north, which is
The architecture.
a vibrant and beautiful city. Amiens to the south is home to the largest cathedral in France. So big, in fact, you could put 2 Notre Dame inside the Cathedral of Amiens.
You could put 2 Notre Dames in there. What?
And one of Colleen's favorite castles in France is here, Pierrefonds, which is so iconic it provided inspiration for the Walt Disney classics like Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella. Hauts-de-France is the home of the famous moule frite. You'll find it in many restaurants all around France. This is where you'll find the iconic maroilles cheese and plenty of great beers. Getting to Lille or Amiens is super easy with daily TGV trains from Gare du Nord, and you'll get there in less than 2 hours.
The next region of France is the Nouvelle-Aquitaine. It's located along the southwest coast of France, bordering on Spain to the south. It's rich with large mountain ranges, fabulous rivers, natural parks, marshes, and a long, beautiful coastline with some world-famous beaches. The difference in lifestyle and cuisine from the north to the south make this another diverse region. In the north, the place most people are familiar with in the Nouvelle-Aquitaine region is its capital, Bordeaux. This is where you'll find the World of Wine Museum, a thriving art community, a vibrant waterfront, and the kind of up-and-coming life that comes with being a university town. It has a unique and pleasant atmosphere, and I've decided it probably feels how Paris felt back in the 1950s. It's needless to say, the business of wine is at the center of their economy. Most vineyards and nearby towns like Saint-Emilion are large legacy domains.
Oh my God.
This is not a region for small family producers. You'll see vines from a single domain stretching out as far as the eye can see.
Yeah. That's insane. That's a lot of drunk people you're looking at. A lot of people getting drunk. Because that is, yeah, she's not lying. As far as the eye can see. Oof.
But they're definitely worth a visit. Here on the menu, you'll find a world of seafood, especially from the nearby Atlantic, the Gironde estuary, and Arcachon, which is famous for its oysters. When you're in Nouvelle-Aquitaine, you should definitely try a seafood platter with shrimps, clams, scallops, crabs, langoustine. But there's also the non-seafood stuff, like wild mushrooms that grow all around, their local lamb, and excellent beef. To visit this area of Nouvelle-Aquitaine region, take the 2.5-hour TGV train from the Montparnasse station in Paris to Bordeaux. The south side of Nouvelle-Aquitaine is heavily influenced by its neighbor, the Pyrenees area of Spain. You can taste it in the cuisine. This is Basque country with their Bayonne-style cured ham and stews baked in the little cocotte pots, and especially by the beaches of Biarritz, the surfing capital of France, you'll find lots of flavorful tapas. To get to this part of the Nouvelle-Aquitaine region, take the 4-hour TGV train from Gare Montparnasse in Paris to the Biarritz train station.
Next is the famous region of Normandy. Normandy for many Parisians is what the Hamptons are for New Yorkers. It's about...
Oh, so in other words, you can't afford to go here. All right, thank you. So now I know I can't afford Normandy. Thank you. All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
2 hours from Paris, so it's a quick getaway from the city.
By the way, how much you think that platter of seafood was? How much you think that cost? Just curious. How much you think?
But unlike the Hamptons, you'll find plenty of affordable places to have a great time. Of course, the Didet beaches are a must-visit. But all along the coast, you'll find gems like medieval city of Bayeux or the quaint seaside port of...
Oh, man.
Honfleur. And don't miss the beautiful city of Rouen with its stunning cathedral and its iconic clock. Of course, the Mont Saint-Michel is on the edge of Brittany.
This one the whole world knows about.
In Normandy, and is a must-see once in your life. Normandy is cheese and butter country. Here, they produce the world's famous camembert and some of the finest butter in the land. Don't leave Normandy before you have a chance to taste the Calvados apple liquor or the local cider. To get there is super easy. Just take a train from Gare Saint-Lazare and take a 2.5-hour train ride to Caen and rent a car from there so you can jump from one location to another and see it all.
The next region...
I just wish they would show the scenery longer. It's just like boom, 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 boom. And your eyes are like, oh, what? What? Oh my God. And before it's, I understand, you can't make a 3-hour video, but damn, with scenery like this, it's okay if you slow down a little bit. You know what I mean? You can slow down a little bit.
Is Occitanie, which runs along the Mediterranean over through Andorra and Spain for the borders.
Wild.
Its capital is Toulouse, but then again, you'll find a broad diversity here, from the cliffs and caverns of Rocamadour to the Gothic...
Was the boat... wait a minute. What? Did I just see... What the...
You'll find a broad diversity here, from the cliffs...
What? See, they dared show this for 2 seconds? You see what I'm seeing, right? What the hell is this? Have you ever seen a bridge for a boat? The boat is on the bridge crossing the water. I mean, come on. How many times do you see something like this? What? That's amazing. Amazing.
Caverns of Rocamadour to the Gothic cathedrals and neoclassic architecture of Montpellier, or the antiquity and walled city of Carcassonne,
This
the
is
Roman
wild.
rules of Nîmes, the spiritual pilgrimage of Lourdes, or France's second most visited attraction,
Too much
the
to see.
Pont de Gard Aqueduct.
It's too much to
This
see.
is mountain country. Here you'll find amazing blue cheeses like Roquefort, but also delicious softer cheeses like Rocamadour or Cathar. This is where the classic peasant dish cassoulet with its meat and white beans comes from, and it's where the gooey half cheese, half mashed potato aligot comes from. And not to mention the Toulouse sausage, which is the closest thing France has to an Italian sausage. For wines from this region, look for Cahors, Languedoc, or the Clarets. To visit the Occitanie region,
Take a train.
take the 4-hour TGV train from Gare Montparnasse to Toulouse.
Next is the Pays de la Loire, which is just south of Brittany. It's a great place to visit if you love castles, rivers, and beautiful landscapes. Pays de la Loire is famous for its stunning castles. One of the most famous is the Château de Brissac, which is the tallest castle in France. There's also Château d'Angers with huge walls and a beautiful garden inside. These castles
See, it's going too fast.
look like
These are amazing things to see. And
something out of a fairy tale. There are charming towns and cities in Pays.
oh, what is this? See, now this is weird. After what we just saw, and then you see this, you're like, what? What the hell is this? See, this looks ugly now compared to what we just saw.
La Loire,
Wow.
like Nantes and Angers. Nantes is a lively
See, now we're talking. Now we're back to beauty.
city with a cool castle, lots of park, and even a giant mechanical elephant that you can ride. Pays de la Loire has
And see, once again,
and even
1 second.
a giant mechanical elephant.
Oh. Okay. It's a big ass elephant. I got you. And you can ride it. Okay.
That you can ride.
I got
Pays
you.
de la Loire has delicious food.
What is
You can
that?
try the rillettes or enjoy fresh seafood from the coast. The region is also known for its wine, especially white wine like Muscadet, which go perfectly with seafood. Besides castles and city, Pays de la Loire has peaceful countryside with vineyards, forests, and rivers. It's a great place to go biking, hiking, or just take a leisurely walk to enjoy the nature around you. This is another region that is very easy to get to from Paris with a quick 2-hour train ride from the Montparnasse train station to Nantes.
Wait, what? See, again, too fast. What the hell was that in the water?
With a quick 2-hour train ride from the Montparnasse
What the hell is that? What is that?
train station to Nantes.
And last but not least, the region of Provence, Côte d'Azur. When you hear about the south of France, this is what people are talking about. Here,
Oh, see, charming.
When-
And they put it up for 1 second. Charming.
when you hear about the south of France, this is what
This is
people are
what you
talking
got to
about.
look at right here. This is what you got to look at. Now, is it really just 2 people? Or is it just for the video? And normally you can't even walk down this street. Is it one of those? But seriously, I mean, come on, look at that. How do you show this for half a second? I mean, you got to take this in, man. You got to take this in. This makes you think to yourself, why the hell am I in my country when I could be in that country? That's what it does. This is what videos do. This is what these kind of videos do. They make you think, why am I here? Why am I here?
About. Here you'll find the oldest city in France.
I mean-
Its capital, Marseille, founded in 600 BC by Greek settlers.
Jeez.
This is a main commercial port for France. But along the coast, heading towards the Italian border, you'll find glamorous jet-set beaches, ports with mega yachts, Mediterranean villages where you can walk through town in your espadrilles and sandals, find old clay pots and tiles and little boutiques.
Are you sure we could afford us? Are you sure the peasants could? Are you sure the peasants could afford places like this?
Ports with mega
She said mega yachts. So I'm just like, is this the kind of place you go to and you're like, can I get a soda? And they're like, yeah, $14, please. Or, can I afford a place like this?
Yachts, Mediterranean villages where you can walk through town in your espadrilles and sandals, find old clay pots and tiles and little boutiques, and savor a nice rosé on a delightful terrace. It reminds me of the Steve Martin movie, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Then again, just northwest of Marseille, you'll find the small provincial town of Aix-en-Provence.
Oh, God. Oh, put me right here. Put me right here. Right here. And just keep feeding me food while I look at this. Again, this is heaven. Once again, more heaven. When you die, you could just pray that this is where you'll go. Really. Because, come on. Are you looking at this? Again, is this for the video? Is that what? Maybe it's like 8 in the morning, so nobody's eaten yet. You know what I mean? But is it overcrowded when all the tourists are here? I don't know. You gotta watch out for these kind of videos. It's like looking at a cruise ship. When on the commercial, the cruise ship shows like 8 people, You're like, the cruise ship got 8 people in it, huh? So, I don't know. This is suspect. But still, this is heaven. That's heaven. Ugh.
Or the Roman ruins of Arles or the Palace of the Popes in Avignon. Regardless of where in Provence you find yourself, you won't be far from lavender fields and you will feel the Mediterranean influence. The cuisine is full of dishes with tomatoes and olives and aromatic herbs. After all, this is where ratatouille comes from.
Ratatouille? Ratatouille.
And the flavorful bouillabaisse fish stew or that fabulous garlicky mayonnaise aioli. It's
aioli? Oh, je sais comment faire l'aioli. And I do it the right way.
Definitely crowded. Okay, overcrowded.
You hear what she just said? I had a feeling.
Season, but this is definitely a region of France worth exploring.
I had a
feeling. To visit the Provence-Côte d'Azur region.
Jesus. Can we have some water with the boats? Where's the water? That's how many boats that... Wow. That's a sight to see, huh? Wow. I got a feeling it's all millionaires that live here.
Take the 4-hour TGV train from Gare de Lyon in Paris to Marseille, or the 6-hour TGV train also from Gare de Lyon to Nice.
In this video, we told you about the 12 regions of France. Next, I would watch this video, which is all about how to book your train tickets and all about the train stations in Paris.
No problem. But I gotta go for like 2 months. I'm not doing all this in a week. I'm doing this in 2 months. If I ever have the dream come true that I could actually do this. Just even this picture. People, this is what happens, man. Les Frenchies. The Frenchies. Anyway, damn. They weren't kidding. They were not kidding. There are definitely some places to visit in France. And it's not Paris. It's not Paris. So, it's actually really cool that your public transportation is so excellent. And it's a TGV that hauls ass. You know what I mean? We did a video about the TGV. Now, it's like, they were so far ahead of everybody back in their day that they don't even need to upgrade it. Yes, there's faster now. There's different technology for trains. But you don't need, come on. The thing goes, I don't know, 300 something, 340 miles an hour, or something like that. It moves. But that's awesome that you could actually book your entire train schedule and actually visit the 12 regions with the same train. That's brilliant. That's smart. But anyway, yeah, there's a whole other world out there, people. There's a whole other world out there. No matter what country you're from, there's a whole other world out there. It's just crazy. And it makes you wonder, why the hell am I in mine when I could visit this or even live there? Who knows? But I don't know about living. I got a feeling you got to have a lot of this to live in these places. You know what I mean? Beaucoup de l'argent. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm guessing. I'm also guessing that seafood platter was like $200. I don't know. It's crazy. It looks beautiful. It's amazing. And voila. Excellent video. Excellent. Then my only complaint, and you probably can guess, is that it goes too fast. I have to keep pausing because you have to feel and look what you're looking at. You know what I mean? You can't just look at this and, oh man, that's nice. Oh, that's beautiful. That's awesome. Oh, that's cool. No, man. You got to look and inhale the beauty. Anyway, excellent video. The 12 regions of France explained. I'm starving now, by the way. You know how hungry I am? You know how freaking hungry I am? I'm going to make some aioli. Okay, take care. Peace out. Have a good night. Bonsoir. À la prochaine.